In order to be a fussful mania, it's important we know who we are. We should be aware of our boundaries, powers, beliefs, needs, priorities to be able to run our lives more effectively. Hello everyone, I'm Madhu Singh and you're watching Fussful Mania. In today's fast-paced world, we believe networking and knowing others would accelerate our progress, whether it is on a social platform or a professional platform. Willingly or unwillingly, we mold ourselves to the requirements of the society for sheer acknowledgement and upliftment. Whereas the truth is, to get an acceptance from a well-informed society, it's important that we know who we are and be who we are. And for that, self-knowledge is essential. Figuring out who we are is easy said than done. It's beyond a favorite actor, musician, color or food. It's way deeper than that. Some of us live in an absolute clash with our morals and principles. We suppress our needs, desires, ambition and whatnot in the hopes of getting acknowledged in the world we think we are not worthy of, but deep down wish to fit in. To break free from the chains of identity crisis and self-doubt, it's important that we get to the roots of who we truly are. James Blanchet Cisneros summed it up beautifully by quoting, "Enlightenment isn't a change into something better or more, but a simple recognition of who we truly already are." Part of our character building phase or the teenage phase was either spent in suppressing our real identity or simply being oblivious to it. We knowingly or unknowingly followed the cool people here and somewhere in the run to be like them, never got a chance to stop and decode ourselves. The prime force behind this self-ignorance was a deliberate attempt at neglecting our needs. There are quite a few questions to consider that would enable us to uncover our real identity. If I ask you to describe yourself in 1 minute, do you think you'll be able to do justice to yourself? Most of us start fumbling when the very question is thrown at us. The answers that often come to our mind are mostly about our qualification or professional background. One would end up saying, "Oh, I'm a banker," or "I work with so-and-so company," or "I hold so-and-so degree," etc. Or maybe we'll tell about our special skills, but nothing much beyond that. So, the question arises, how do we know who we really are? How do we start figuring that out? Worry not, I've got you covered with a few pointers that will help you out on your path to self-enlightenment. First things first, sit down at a quiet place with a calm mind, free of any disturbances. Keep your phone switched off if need be. Have a paper and a pen handy because you would be writing a lot. Okay, so let's begin. The first step into this journey begins with writing your name and age. Then jot down your likes and dislikes, hobbies, habits, fears, addiction, failures and achievements. So when you're done writing, review yourself. See where you lack or what you think needs a change or what should be celebrated about you or what should be worked upon. For instance, I'm addicted to social media these days for obvious reasons. So what I should do is change this habit and focus on something better because I am not benefiting from it and my time is going for a toss. Secondly, who are you apart from your qualifications and professional background? Our beliefs, manners, values and habits contribute in shaping our character. We often overlook the fact that our choices led us to a lifestyle that we gradually made ourselves comfortable with. Some of us begin to compromise our values for the sake of comfort, social acceptance and a luxurious lifestyle. We become comfortable being someone we never intended to be. So write down the values, beliefs that you feel are instrumental in your development and work on those that you feel are not constructive. Next, the quality of company we keep is quite important in discovering the person we are. They say we become like the 5 people we hang out with. So determine the type of people you're friends with because you may not realize this, but they will or already have an impact on you. If you are friends with people who help and support others, chances are you too will end up acquiring the same quality. Similarly, if you hang out with people who are dishonest or constantly humiliate others, well, you know what would happen. Next, To decode oneself, it's important we know what truly makes us happy, sad, angry, excited, curious, scared, nervous, frustrated, etc. Once you discover these, you can freely express who you are without any apprehensions of any sort. If you know what is acceptable to you and what is not, it becomes easier for you to eliminate people, situations, or whatever it is that does not comply with the person you are. Moving on, what do you learn from your hardships? How do you deal with it? How do you do you take a lesson from it or not? Do you take your tough times as a positive step in your journey, or you quit as soon as the roadblocks hit you? Ponder over it and write down what you feel you connect to. These answers will give you a better or a clearer picture of who you are and what makes you the person you are. Think of your strengths and weaknesses and how you can channelize these for a better future. Before I start with the next point, I would like to quote Yusuf Kash. He said, "Character, like a photograph, develops in darkness." You see, it's a known fact that our true colors come out when we're all alone. Who are you behind the closed doors? What is it that you like doing when no one's looking? Think of what you do or what you don't want to do when you're not under a scanner. To explain this in a better way, I would like to take Ranbir Kapoor's character's example from the movie Tamasha. I'm guessing that you've seen the movie. So the character Ved was, as we all know, was a complex personality. Ved was always drawn to the art of storytelling and stories, but due to his father's pressure, his true identity had to take a backseat to conform to the expectations of the repetition of hiding his true self led to low self-esteem and self-worth. He would be himself either behind closed doors or with strangers. So yeah, is there a part of you that you've kept hidden from people? Write down about the qualities that no one knows about you. They could be either bad or good. If you engage yourself in unhealthy activities like hacking emails or plotting against someone or maybe stealing, then think of ways you can deal with them. Now, women love to talk, right? The type of conversations we engage in can tell a lot about us. Do you participate in gossiping or spreading rumors, or just interested in knowing what's hot at the moment? Yes, we are all guilty of indulging in pointless conversation which eventually leads to gossiping, criticizing, accusing, or bad-mouthing about a common friend. We have to understand that downgrading someone for a moment might provide us with cheap entertainment at first, but when this sort of behavior is continued, it can make us look two-faced, hypocrite, and untrustworthy. So choose who you want to be known as. Lastly, our mistakes are one of the key ingredients in making us who we are. We all make mistakes every now and then, and it's pretty normal for any human being. But you know, the main deal here is how often you admit your faults, misdeeds, or bad behavior. It is important to acknowledge that owning up to your mistake is not everything, but how you rectify and learn from them is what really counts. So yeah, this brings us to the end of today's episode. Please take out time for this exercise. Write down how you behave in each circumstance. This activity will provide you with an insight you may have overlooked previously. It will help you find the reality of who you are, and in the process you will become alert and all the more genuine. Good luck getting to know yourself. If my suggestions helped you in any way, do let me know in the comments below, and share it with your friends and help them out as well. And yeah, do not forget to like, subscribe and share our channel Fancy Mania. So yeah, see you all next Wednesday. Bye bye.